Hey, it's Drew Neiser without the penguin hat for another Tuesday tip. We just had a fascinating conversation on the CMO's role in strategy. And I'm not talking about brand strategy, I'm talking about business strategy. So we talked a lot about how do we tackle this challenge, what role can the CMO play? So Katrina Klier, give us a tip on business strategy and the role that the CMO can play.
I would say use your radar that you get as a CMO to see across markets, across customer types, across industry trends in other industries to your advantage. And with that, help your leadership team think through the combination of leading and lagging indicators if your strategy is going to work. So don't just say lagging indicator, revenue and profit. Yep, got to have it. Can't live without it. But what are the signals that you're going to hit those numbers or not? What are your leading indicators so that you can manage some of this tidal wave of disruption I feel like everybody's dealing with right now?
Indeed, we are. Okay, John McKinney, what's your tip?
This one came up during a discussion. I really loved it. Was from John Hale. Be business executives, not just CMOs. The need to see beyond just the marketing numbers. Pay attention to the whole pie so that you can be there and be present.
Yeah, it seems fundamental, it seems obvious, but it is easy to get stuck in marketing land. And one of the things that we talked about is it's hard to be successful in marketing if the business strategy isn't quite right. Okay, Laura MacGregor, what's your tip?
Sitting in marketing, you often have a unique perspective. Even if your organization tends to be more siloed, you typically have a broad view of everything that's going on. So how can you use that perspective and that information to tighten up the strategy, connect people to work better together, and move the needle more effectively?
Got it. We're going to be the person that brings the people together. Okay, Grant Johnson, what's your tip?
Be a catalyst for change. Find the opportunity, whether it's during a quarterly business review, annual planning, or just because there's a better way to go to market and capture market share, and bring your C-level peers into the conversation so you can have a real strategic consideration about doing something differently that will make a difference.
And, do you get the pushback of, well, you're just the marketing guy. Hey, we'll deal with the business strategy. And is there a way to overcome that?
Have courage. It's not easy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Marshall Poindexter, what's your tip?
My tip is to use change management strategies to help the other executives in the C-suite understand the need for change and to identify perhaps what are some of the barriers they're putting up. Are they neutral towards it, strongly supportive, strongly against it, so that you can help catalyze a shared consensus around the need for change.
Yeah, I'm so glad you used that term. Change management is something I think we want to do some huddles on and just talk about in depth, because I sat in on a Forrester session yesterday on that conversation, and there's a science to it that I just didn't understand. So excited to dive more into that. Okay, John Hale, what's your tip?
My tip would be treat your peers that are running other functions as expert partners that are going to help you row the boat. We're rowing the boat together and take that higher level view together. They know things that I don't, and so I'm going to work with them on that. And then so that means I'm not going to be afraid to be vocal, and I'm going to visioneer a little bit. So I'm going to use those marketing tools I have to help tell stories to kind of dream the future together that we can then look at as a group.
Visioneer and dream the future together. I love it. All right. Well, if you're a B2B CMO, can dare, care, share, and whatever with the best of them, do yourself a favor. Check out CMOHuddles.com. I'm Drew Neiser. That's your Tuesday tip. Peace out.